Have you been thinking about moving to Southeast Aurora and want to know what you can get for $1 million here? Well, in today's video, I'm going over exactly that. So if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and keep on watching. Welcome back to Colorado Living. I'm Nicole Baker. Today we're going over exactly that, but before we get started, you know the drill. I have to let you guys know I'm a licensed realtor here in this beautiful state. So if you've been thinking about relocating, my number and email are popping up now. Please feel free to reach out to me. I love helping you guys. But if you're not quite ready to reach out yet, go ahead and subscribe. I post videos all about the relocation process to Denver and the surrounding suburbs, and I post those every Monday and Wednesday at 5 p.m. So go ahead and again, subscribe, but let's get started in today's video. If you guys have been around and checked out my channel before, you know how these videos typically work. I'm going to show you 3 different properties all around that $1 million price point to show you kind of what you can get at the bottom end of $1 million and at more of the top end of $1 million, and what those homes look like and what those neighborhoods look like. I also try to mix up the neighborhoods. So the first neighborhood that we are in is in South Shore. Tons and tons of new homes right here. So you are in the southeast corner of Aurora on the east side of the E470, where you have Southlands. If you guys have again watched my videos in the past, you probably know where Southlands is at this point. It is a big shopping mall here. We're about 10 minutes from there. You have everything that you could potentially need. In all reality, you have, you know, your Chick-fil-A, you have your coffee shop, you have Chipotle, you have Sam's Club there. Sam's Club, you have Walmart. I mean, the list goes on and on. Look up Southlands if you guys want to know every store that's in there, but you have all your necessities and more about 10 minutes away from here. I'm going to go ahead and, like I always do, flip over the camera, show you guys the neighborhood, and then we're going to go to the house and I will give you some details on the house as well. All right guys, getting started. Again, we are in South Shore right now, and that is about 10 minutes away from Southlands. Depending on where you are in this community, it is a pretty large community, so you have tons and tons of opportunity when it comes to options here in South Shore if you do like this neighborhood. As you can see in the video, there's tons and tons of new construction still being done here. A couple different builders, one of those being Richmond. The first house that we are going to go see is actually a Richmond home. And then just to give you guys some more details on that, it is a $995,000 property. It is 5 bedrooms, 5 baths, and it is 5,000 square feet. So it is a big boy. We are gonna be pulling up on that shortly, but guys, South Shore is seriously such an amazing, oh my God, I don't think I've ever seen this view. Hold on. So pretty. Like, it doesn't even show up on camera how it actually is looking. It is really, really gorgeous. So this is why it's called South Shore. You have reservoir literally in your backyard, depending on what lot you're picking, and you can see this throughout the drive on the entire community. You also have an amazing, amazing community center here. Like, it is top tier, absolutely gorgeous. People hold events there. You can hold a wedding there. I mean, it is absolutely amazing. So, but let's go ahead and head over to that house now. All right guys, we are pulling up on a couple of the houses. They're all gonna be around about the same price point. Here's an example. The one that I was going to show you guys is actually really needs a lot more finishing, so you won't be looking at much, but as I always do, I'll pop up a photo of the exterior and also some interior photos for you guys as well, so you can see what it looks like. But this one right here is actually very similar to what a finished home would look like here in this community. It is a 3-car garage, again, 5,000 square feet. It is massive, so $1 million Yes, super expensive, of course, but $4 million, 5,000 square feet seems kind of reasonable to me. A lot of homes where I'm coming from in Arizona, we're not that big. Leave a comment down below if you guys have like these massive homes in your area, and we will go ahead and head on to the next property. Alright guys, we're at the next location, Blackstone. Blackstone is a luxury community on a private golf course. It is so stunning, and that is what comes with this $1 million price point, so keep that in mind as we drive through this neighborhood. And as we flip the camera over and we are driving through, I will give you guys some more details, but this home backs the golf course. That's another reason for the price tag, and I'm sure you guys saw as I was driving through this community right when we came up, it's stunning. Like, the views are stunning, the homes are stunning, the land here is stunning. Everything that you would expect from a luxury property. So let's go ahead and flip this camera over. So again, we're in Blackstone, and in case you didn't know, Blackstone is still in Southeast Aurora. Obviously, this video is all about Southeast Aurora. These homes in Blackstone are a little bit older than that previous neighborhood that we saw, but again, this is a luxury community well known in Southeast Aurora. You are on a golf course. A lot of these lots are on a golf course. It's kind of built all around it, which is really, really nice. Tons of luxury properties in here, obviously. And then when it comes to the community center here, you do have access to tennis courts, pool, jacuzzi, splash pad for kids. I mean, it goes on and on. Did I say pickleball? Pickleball, tennis courts. I know pickleball is super popular right now. So again, just some amazing features in this community. And we are actually at the property here right now. So here we are. As you can see, it's a little bit older. I'm gonna pop up that photo of the interior and the exterior again so you guys can see what that looks like. But the brick is absolutely beautiful, and not every single home looks as similar, I would say, as a newer home community. That is pretty typical. What you saw in the last community, majority of the homes are looking the same. And then actually, as I can see from this person's backyard of this house for sale, they actually have a view of the community center here, which again, massive, very luxury. I know I keep saying that, but I want to really get across, like, this is what you get when you purchase a home in Blackstone, in Southeast Aurora, and at this price point. And then just so you guys can know the price point, obviously that's super important, you are going to be looking at $1.02 million. It is 6 bedrooms, 5 baths, 4,200 square feet, so a little bit smaller, but typically when you have those golf course lots, you are going to be getting that more expensive price tag, and then also the community center and all the amenities that come with this neighborhood, again, just brings up the price of these properties. But for $1 million to have a gorgeous backyard and all of the amenities that it does have to offer here in Blackstone, that house is very gorgeous. I love the color, but this community is super cute. I really like it. One thing to mention that a lot of you guys have noticed in Southeast Aurora, again, this community has open fencing. That is pretty typical in golf course communities as well. So if you hate open fencing, you probably will not like it here in Blackstone, but it will be a very common factor that you're going to run into when you move here. So just keep that in mind, but let's go ahead and head to the next property. Alright guys, we're at the next location, about 5 minutes away from Blackstone. Talon's Reach, a number 2 neighborhood in all of Colorado. So it is absolutely a stunner. I would 100% live in Talon's Reach any day. It is very beautiful. Tons of mature pine trees. It's actually really well known for its pine trees, but you will be able to see just the beauty that this neighborhood has. I'm not even gonna waste too much time explaining it because it really just does all the talking for me. So let's flip this camera around. All right guys, getting right into it. As you can see, like I mentioned, I don't have to do much talking here. These properties are absolutely stunning, very unique. Pretty much none of them look the same. Yes, they're all like a similar track home style, of course, but they're all different colors. Again, Talon's Reach is super well known. If you check out niche.com, it'll tell you yourself. It is one of the, I know for a fact it's one of the top 5. So definitely check out niche.com down below in the description bar. But these homes are stunning. A little bit about the property that we are about to go look at. It is 1.05 million and it is 4 beds, 5 baths, and 5,555 square feet. So it is a big old one, and it has been sitting on the market for a little bit here now. That's pretty typical of luxury properties if you are familiar with that. But we are actually pulling up on it right now. You are super close. All of these properties have been super close to Southlands, so you will have access to all of that. Again, boom. How cute is that? That is just like so Colorado looking, like even down to the coloring. But I'm gonna post a interior and exterior photos for you guys as well, so you can get a better look at what you can get in Talon's Reach for around the $1 million price point. But again, top tier school district, Cherry Creek School District. You guys can look that up. Again, I always specify I do not have kids. I don't know anything about schooling. So if schools are super important to you, please do your own research. Links are down below for rankings on schools and all of that kind of stuff. Again, please do your research. I know that's super important. I don't have kids. Don't trust me. I just go off of what that says and what my past clients have said. But again, super mature trees in here. Just to note the fencing, a lot of the times what you're going to see in these luxury properties, because they have these like super like gorgeous backyards, a lot of the times they don't even have fencing. So keep that in mind. If you have to have fencing, you may have to either get fencing at some point and or just make sure that whenever we're talking, you mentioned that that's super important, because we don't want to be looking at properties that aren't going to fit your needs. But again, some luxury properties, or some of these lots are more custom, or they have these massive lots in here in Talon's Reach. Like I'm sure this one right in front of us, probably at least a half an acre if I was going to guess, or maybe, yeah, probably at least a half an acre. I'm just like checking it out. And even you can see on this one, it doesn't have any fencing. Majority of these houses either have no fencing or they have the open fencing like I mentioned before. I don't see tons and tons of closed fencing a lot these days. So again, as I've mentioned, please just keep that in mind, because that could be a real shocker if you moved into the house and it had no fencing, because fencing's not like the cheapest thing to put in. But yeah, just keep that in mind if you're thinking about Talon's Reach. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you got to see a little bit more of these luxury communities here in Southeast Aurora. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button down below. If you want more content just like this one, go ahead and subscribe. I post videos every Monday and Wednesday at 5 p.m. But until next time, guys, I'm a licensed realtor here in this beautiful state of Colorado. If you're thinking about relocating, you are making the right decision, one, and definitely reach out. Number and email are popping up. But until next time, guys, I will see you later. Bye.